Hi everyone, my name is Liz.
And I am Andresa.
We are the co-hosts of the Real Estate Investor Show, and we are so excited about bringing you a 5-part series called Investor's Guide to Passive Investing. We're going to have 5 videos that go through everything you need to know around passive investing. Is it right for you? Andresa is going to go through all the different video modules with you. Combined, we have a 27 years of experience in investing, so we know a few things about this topic. We also have a combined portfolio of 130 million. We say that to be frank with you, that we have either been passive investors and we work with hundreds of passive investors. So again, as we share different tips, strategies, ideas with you, it's not from theory, it's from real practice.
And one thing that I want to make sure you guys understand, you don't need to be sitting on millions of dollars to become a passive investor, not have to become an active investor and deal with contractors, toilets, and tenants. So here's what you're gonna get during this 5 series videos. The first video we're going to talk about the pros and cons of passive investing, and there are very specific items that we're going to go through with you. Then we're going to share with you what do you really need to know from now to your next deal. All you need to have in mind before you get into your next deal. And then we're going to get into multifamily, how to vet the sponsor in the deal. Liz and I are all about giving you specifics, strategies, and tactics that you can apply or start a conversation, right? In the last video, we're going to have Amanda Han, and she's going to be talking about what is in the mindset of a CPA when it comes down to passive investing. So let's get started.
Yes, this first video module is going to be all about, is passive investing right for you? And only you can determine that. Andresa and I are firm believers that it's not about the number of doors. It's not about the way this business should look. It's about living life on your own terms. And you can only answer that, not somebody else. So let's give you I'm going to give you 3 areas to evaluate for yourself. Do some soul searching, really look at yourself in the mirror so you can determine, is this strategy right for you, basis of where you are in your life. So the first one I want you to look at is your lifestyle. What's your perfect day? You know, now, in the future. Lifestyle is so important when it comes to, determining our path and where we want to put our energy. And I know for me, my perfect day 10 years ago looks a little different than it does right now. So again, for yourself, what does that perfect day look like? What are you doing? Are you smelling lumber or are you volunteering? What is that perfect day? That will help dictate how active or passive you want to be today and in the future. Second area we want you to help you determine for yourself and kind of evaluate for yourself is what time and money you have available to yourself right now, for yourself. Maybe you have a full-time job and you have very little time to invest in real estate, but you really like this asset class. Or you're someone like, I hate my job. I want to replace my job with this because I love the active piece to this. I really want to get in there and flip the house, buy that short-term rental, etc. Again, only you can determine that, but you need to evaluate the time you have available and the money you have available. And again, to be a passive investor, you don't need to have millions. Most of our passive investors are everyday people looking to deploy their money in a variety of ways so that they can create a legacy. You might have money in your bank. You might have money in a self-directed IRA. You might have money and equity in your house. And we're getting into creative ways to come out with that money to passively invest it. That's a choice for you. Third area we want you to look at is your short-term and your long-term goals. There's something magical when we write down our goals. And you look back on things you wrote down, you're like, that happened. It's like magic. Well, there's research behind that. When we write down our short-term goals, when we write down our long-term goals, and we review them, there's something amazing that comes to life.
Absolutely.
So for yourself, think about what each role that you have in your life, what are their short-term goals, and what are your long-term goals? All of that is going to help navigate you. Is this passive investing path right for you? So what are the other 3?
Well, we're gonna go on the 4th one here is the success criteria. And we hear a lot of gurus on stage sharing what success looks like. Sometimes it's about the number of doors. Sometimes it's about the brand of your car. But what we encourage you to think is that what success looks like to you. To me, it's about time and freedom of choice. I have the choice to wake up and do whatever I want from whenever I want with whomever I want, how often I want, right? I have the choice to pick up my child from school and drop him off to school. So think about it. Sit down and think what success looks like to you. It might not be the car, the house, the number of houses. Think about your life and write that down. How does it look like to you? And if you want to dig more into this concept, we recommend the book, The Gap in the Gain from Dan Sullivan. The second thing is about risk tolerance. We have on one side the risk takers and the other side the analytical people. They're going to sit forever getting ready to get ready, right? None of them, there's no right or wrong. There's no better or worse. They all have their pros and cons. What we encourage you to put in place is your criteria, your KPIs, key performance indicators. What exactly I'm looking at right now, and if I check those boxes, it means that, okay, that is a deal that I'm looking to invest. That is a return of the term that it fits my criteria over here. So that is very helpful. So you're not just relying on likability nor trust. You analyze the deal, analyze the sponsor, and you are sure that you want to invest in that deal. And same thing for active investors. You have those KPIs that are gonna make sure it is a deal or it's not.
Yes.
The next one, the last one that we're gonna talk is the circle. Liz and I have been in this business over 27 years combined. We're not 95. Combined, just making sure. But here's what we learned that we want to share with you. We were trained to figure out things by ourselves, right? And all of us are very good at that. We encourage you to join meetups, join Facebook groups, BiggerPockets forums, masterminds all around so you can tap into the genius of other people around. So their experience becomes your experience. Their resources becomes your resources. So you're not limited by your own experience nor your own resources.
Yes. And so we're excited. We want to invite you to join us on this 5 video part series. Again, we're going to be talking about pros and cons of investing, passive investing. We're going to get into private lending, the documents you need, the structures you need to put in place. Then we're going to get into multifamily and syndication and vetting sponsors as a passive investor. And then we're going to end the series with a phenomenal interview with Amanda Hahn, one of our BiggerPockets authors. And we're going to talk a lot about tax strategies because that's a big topic when it comes to passive investing. So this is exclusive for pro members only. Go to biggerpockets.com/passive investing. If you are not a pro member, join. What are you doing? Pro membership gives you tremendous value. BiggerPockets is always giving so much value. And so we will give you a 20% off coupon to join the pro membership and check this 5-part series out. You just need to use Passive Pro as a coupon. Hope you can join us in this 5-part series all about passive investing and creating the wealth you want on your own terms.
Ciao.